Hope was assassinated in the 13 AF. It makes me think back to Yasha's Massif and when we actually visited him. Did we visit him in 100 AF? So, man, these timeline fucks are really killing us right now because it is keeping us on our toes here. We have to keep our times in check, but oh my gosh. You know, 13 AF, that's not very far since when we were back in Bodum. Bodum was only 3 or 5 AF, wasn't it? That's just weird. What's this examine do? Oh, this turns this thing individually. So let's actually do that just so we can discover the map here because we need it anyway for the fragments. Might as well. I'm going to have to spin this thing 3 more times. 3 more annoyingly long and terrible, boring times. Actually, not that boring. I'm keeping it alive, keeping it safe. I don't even know what the hell I'm talking about. Let's do this 2 more times, but we have to discover the rest of the map with this. 100% map completion is key, but apparently the tower, I was debating or arguing whether or not the tower was bigger, but apparently the tower is bigger. That was the answer to my question, since we did get the access card for what seemed like floor 52. So very interesting that the tower goes up 52 floors and we've only experienced 49, 50, and is this 51? I'm not sure, but either way, we have an Orion to kill, and we're going to do that hastily as we always strive for in this Let's Play. Please, Mr. Orion, feel for our plot and let us kill you fast. But oh boy, he's charging up to attack the Chocobo, and that's never good. He does about half of its health with 1 Spark Storm, which is pretty crazy. I wonder what the recharge time on that is, because he seems to be able to pull out those Spark Storms pretty fast once he hits a certain stagger bar point or a health point, something like that. It seems like, but he's just like going one after the other, after the other, after the other, so very interesting, but he is dead. Unfortunately for him, fortunately for us, we are going to continue our plight to get to the top of this tower and to the bottom of this mystery. Oh, that is just so beautiful. The construction, it is so nice, but we're gonna spin this 1 more time. We need to get back to the main elevator. I wonder if we're gonna meet Alyssa there or someone else. Probably Alyssa, but it doesn't even seem like we have a need for her anymore since we kind of have the gist of this area, which is kind of a nice thing, I guess, if you were to... I'll try to take the positive out of not having to speak with Alyssa's AI. She sounds a lot different than the real Alyssa too, because she has that robotic AI tone to her voice, because all these guys were created once the originals were murdered, which is really creepy and but fascinating at the same time, I guess you could say. Is that an Orion? Yeah, we're just gonna back off here. Run away from the fight because we are afraid, obviously, but no, we are not. We are just pumped to get into this elevator and get to the bottom of this, like I said before. So let's examine the console here. Head to the 52nd floor. Yes.
This is great. The artificial intelligence that killed Hope and his team now seems hell-bent on killing us.
So you don't think the Proto-Fal'Cie and the other AI are being controlled by Caius?
No, I don't. Someone else is pulling the strings.
Noel doesn't think Caius is behind this mayhem. Then who is? What about the AI?
Couldn't the culprit be the artificial intelligence itself? What if something that humans created found a mind of its own?
So you're saying a machine learned to think for itself? Huh. Then it wouldn't need anyone at the controls, would it?
We should search for the AI mainframe. Maybe we'll find out what's really going on. Kupo?
Obtain the top floor access key, so we have plenty more to go here. I was obviously trying to get ahead of myself there, but that's okay. We're going to grab that treasure with Mog. We're just going to take a look around here. See, we've got plenty of stuff to grab. This floor is actually quite large in nature, so we're going to have to figure out how to do this fast, because I'm actually surprised at the size of just this level in general, because there's a lot to grab here, and we need to find that access key, obviously. I mean, if it wasn't obvious now, it should be obvious even more so, because that big flashing objective was like, find the access key, Plox. But whoa, what is this thing? I have not seen you. Whoa, ho, 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 ho. Okay, so we have Dragoons now, finally. This is gonna suck really badly, and it looks like they can kill us with a lot of stuff. So let's switch to a more balanced class. Holy shit. Oh my gosh, we are getting destroyed here. Please. Oh my gosh. Look at these guys. We are not apt to fight them. We need to go into our Crystarium and figure out how to... Jeez. This is not good. I think we're gonna need to... We need to retry this battle, don't we? Oh boy, this is gonna suck. I really don't want to use a... Let's see, hold on. See what retry nets us here. See if we can hop into our Crystarium really quickly. Whew, okay, so we need to level up our guys in our Crystarium here just a little bit here. And I want to check on what my progress is giving me here. It seems like I've gotten past 20. Okay, so I still need to fill out Null here a little bit, which is fine. We are still on the... This is weird. This is just weird, man. There shouldn't be any rhyme or reason to how I'm doing this, but there is apparently. Oh well, we're just going to continue ourselves through here. I just keep psyching myself out with this whole leveling system being so fragile as it is. We're going to get Flame Strike and just this last part here. Oh, this looks like the expansion. No, it doesn't. Okay, good. So now we're on the same page here a little bit, I think. Okay. Got Veilga here, and we should be able to expand ourselves now. Perfect. Okay, so it looks like we should be able to get the accessory capacity with Null here up by 20. That's nice. I will take that. Okay, thank you very much, Null. And now we can actually work on what I was looking at before. We're going to get our commando selves here up to 60 here. That is looking good, actually. I'm pretty happy with that. We need to beef up our sentinels here, though, as well. Seems pretty low for where we are, but we're going to switch over to Sarah now and get her up to wherever we can, if you will. Seems like I lost all the Crystarium progress that I did before, actually, in a previous playthrough. That seems kind of weird, doesn't it? Oh well, her commando needs to be around level 41, so let's do that. And her sentinel needs to be around... Okay, that looks good. Okay, so her saboteur is pretty far leveled up here, which is nice. And we're also going to grab her accessory capacity up by 20, which is nice. Thank you very much. But we need to work on her Ravager. As you can see, it's fairly low. I'm going to boost that up. Level 49 looks good. Saboteur should probably round this off just a little bit here. Thank you very much. Mr. Saboteur is almost level 50. That is very nice, thank you. And let's see, we only have... Weird, we have a little bit left here, so let's bring her medic up a little bit. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so I'm fairly happy where they are now. Seem to have a little bit more health. Maybe they can... Maybe they're going to be better able to handle what's going on right now. So we need to give this guy a little bit more magic. Looks good. See if we can get this guy to learn Raise. That would be hella awesome, but apparently not. That is a shame. We're just going to give this guy a couple more. Perfect. He almost has learned Cure, which is going to be huge for us. Let's check how our Chocobo is doing here. Looks pretty good. We're going to give him... See if we can level this guy up a little bit more here. Looks good to me. Gonna give him some health, and we're gonna finish that off. Looks good, actually. I'm gonna leave that to where we are now until we get some more. Materials. But okay, looks like we are going to try this one more time. We need to see if we can deal with these guys a little bit better than that we did before. Let's try this Dragoons first, because those scatter beams are pretty ridiculous. These guys seem to die fairly easily. They seem to be pretty soft, so we should probably be focusing on the Dragoons first before we do anything else. As you can see, that is helping more than it is hurting. We're going to switch to our Medic Sentinel role here just really quickly, and we are going to see if we can cure our Sentinel, so see if he can take a little bit of a draw from the sustained fire here. That would actually be really good. We need to heal him though, and that would be the first thing that we do. Do I have anything with another Sentinel in it? No, okay. So we need to take out this Dragoon B here because it seems like this guy's closest to dying. Okay, perfect. Now we can work on the other Dragoon. Perfect. Okay, so now they're both dead. And now we can just focus on the Orion here just as planned. Phew, that was close. That was a tough fight, I do have to admit. I will give them credit. That was really nice of them, but it seems like our increased damage from our Crystarium leveling was exactly what we needed to beat that fight. So maybe I should be a little bit more mindful of that in the future. If not, that's fine too. We are just going to finish discovering the rest of this area here because, I mean, like I said, it's all about this map completion, guys, and if we don't get it now, we're going to have to come back and get it later, although I wouldn't be showing it on tape like I am now. I say it on tape like this is football. Although I wouldn't be showing it on tape like I am now. I'm going to keep that. I definitely need to... I'll definitely cut it out in the future, but like I said, this is good for now. So we're going to switch right to our Medic Sentinel here, just so that we can draw a little bit of fire here. I need to definitely make a class, so let's actually switch to Relentless Assault, see if we can take out these Dragoons one by one here. Holy crapola, okay. That's not good at all. Okay, I'm going to attack them one more time. Look at these guys just destroy us, man. I definitely need to make a class for this, a paradigm for this, excuse me. Okay, let's switch to our medic role here. Just can heal each other before we could probably get away with killing this Dragoon just straight out here. So let's try it. Actually no, I'm going to switch to this and do that, because that just seems smarter. Okay, let's try to attack this Dragoon again, see if we can get him to get down. Let's see what they're actually weak by. They're weak to fire. It doesn't seem like they're weak to physical attacks, although Noel seems to be doing a heavy amount of damage on him, so that's pretty good. It's nice to see, actually. It's a nice change. Okay, what am I even doing? Oh, that's right. I need to use another Phoenix Down on Mr. Argon here. With awesome Noble Gas, as I said before. We can get our Sabs in here just so we can get some heals. I'm actually going to use Hyper Rescue. It just makes more sense. Let's switch to Diversity here and try to take out Mr. Orion here. Man, those Dragoons are killer. We need to make a more balanced class with a Commando Ravager and our Sentinel, and that's going to be another staple paradigm later in the game that you're going to see me use. So it's probably best to be proactive and do it, and obviously we're not going to be wasting Phoenix Downs on any more allies if we do it like that. So it's just an overall good decision, which I'm going to employ once I get out of this battle, because I need to remind myself constantly to do these things because I could be a little bit silly sometimes. So let's customize our paradigms here really quickly. So we could probably get rid of our... Let's see. I can get rid of a... It's tough because I don't want to give up Combat Clinic, but I think it's going to be necessary to do that. So let's switch that to that. Delta Attack should be good. And we can probably switch... Nope, that's fine. We're going to switch to that as our default paradigm here. And we're going to walk out on the other side and grab this treasure that I saw floating around here, because that is just awesome. Oh, I didn't need to go up here, but I guess I still need to check around for any secret treasures. It's just good. I might as well, like I said, discover the map. That is the key here. We got ourselves a Magistral Crest, which sounds pretty cool. And we have another treasure here, so I guess it was within a good decision to do that. We're just going to run to the end here and check, just to make sure. Like I said before, what do we get though? Thank you for the Platinum Casino ticket. That will come in handy once we go down to Serendipity again. And we need to run away here. Oh boy. Okay, so these seem to be 2 Orion, so they shouldn't cause too much of a problem. I am going to, however, stay in my Sentinel class here. This is called Delta Attack. But as you can see, Noel is doing a lot of physical damage, so backed up by Sarah, it's just going to be a good idea to do that. As you can see, look at our Sentinel there just taking those hits. It is just awesome to see how effective the Sentinel role is in this game. It was a little bit less effective in Final Fantasy XIII, at least in the mid-game, I would have to say, than it is here, as you can see demonstrated, but it really shines through when you see these guys take on the Orion, because they are pretty ridiculous with that Sparkstorm attack and how fast they can just throw it out and continue to do that. So it's just good. I'm glad that I remembered to make a Delta attack paradigm. It's a very good idea, but we're gonna just chip away at the Orion A here. Wow, why does that all have to rhyme so well? Ugh. I was reading something the other day saying you shouldn't rhyme when you speak at all, but then I think back and I'm like, wait a second. I like rhyming when I speak inadvertently. That's awesome. Because it makes me laugh at myself. It gives me a good basis to just have a jokingly good time. Let's actually level up our sentinel here since we haven't really... Oh, he can't advance any further. Never mind. As you can see, he's an early peeker. I'll be explaining that later. But let's run to the edge here and just make sure I'm not missing anything treasure-wise. I don't think so. So, we're going to run back and we are going to... Actually, let me check the map here really quickly. Let's see here. Okay, we've discovered all of this. It looks like we need to switch this first one once. And this next one... once, it looks like, and then the last one a couple of times. So okay, we're trying, like I said, we're trying to discover all of this map here though, so it's going to be important to do that. But hey, we're going to avoid as much combat as we can, as you know. We're going to switch this once, like I said, so we should be right on our way, right back on track here. So let's examine this console.